All right, here we go. Find the exact value of the tangent of 15 degrees, and then second, find the exact value of tangent of 100 degrees plus 50 degrees, all divided by 1 minus the tangent of 100 times the tangent of 50. Those are both degrees. So these should be very similar to the problems you did yesterday. In fact, pause the video right now, go back, try these problems right now, because I think you can probably do them without watching the video, and then come back and watch the video afterwards just to check your work. So look back at yesterday's notes, see when we did this with both sine and cosine, and I think you can probably do these on your own as they are right now. So hopefully you have in fact paused, and let's come on back now and check your work. So the tangent of 15 degrees, well, that's going to be, how can we rewrite that in something that we do know? We know the tangent of 45 degrees, and we know the tangent of 30 degrees. So we'll set this up as the tangent of 45 degrees minus 30, the difference there. And now we'll kind of work our way through the formula we learned. So this is going to be the tangent of alpha of 45 degrees minus the tangent of beta, which is our 30 degrees, all divided by 1 plus, this is the opposite sign there, 1 plus the tangent of 45 times the tangent of 30. And now if you want to go back and pause and kind of draw your right triangles, so that you have a 30, 60, 90, and then a 45, 45, 90, to help yourself figure out tangent, you do that right now. And hopefully you got those ones pretty nailed down. And so tangent of 45 degrees, that's going to be 1, minus the tangent of 30 degrees, and that's going to be the square root of 3 over 3, all divided by 1 plus, well, the tangent of 45 is still 1, and so 1 times the tangent of 30 is square root of 3 over 3. And so that tangent of 45 just went away because it was 1, and so 1 times all that is still just the square root of 3 over 3. All right, we'll bring that on back down here to the beginning. And probably the easiest thing to do right here is, rather than having two sets of fractions, of one giant set and then a fraction within both the numerator and the denominator, let's multiply both the top and the bottom by 3, both the numerator and denominator by 3, and that'll help us get rid of this extra fraction. So 3 times 1 is 3, and then 3 times the square root of 3 over 3, those 3's will cancel out. And same thing down here in the denominator. So that gives us, now we'll go ahead and wrap it around back to the beginning. That'll give us 3 plus the square root of 3, minus the square root of 3. 3 minus the square root of 3 over 3 plus the square root of 3. Now we're going to multiply by conjugate here to rationalize our denominator. So it's going to be 3 minus the square root of 3, both in the numerator and denominator. That's equal to 9 minus 3 times the square root of 3 minus 3 times the square root of 3 plus 3 divided by 9 minus 3. That gives us 12 minus 6 root 3 over 6, which simplifies down to 2 minus the square root of 3. And there's your answer. 2 minus the square root of 3. Next one, we've got the tangent of 100 degrees plus tangent of 50 over 1 minus tangent of 100 times tangent of 50. And so let's go through and assign our alpha and our beta. So tangent of 100 degrees is going to be our alpha, 100 degrees will be our alpha, and tangent of 50 degrees will be our beta. Now this is going to be equal to the tangent of alpha plus beta. So what is our alpha? Our alpha is 100 degrees plus beta, which is 50 degrees. That is the tangent of 150 degrees. And that one's probably going to be helpful to come over and draw that out, sketch that out. So our 150 degrees right here leaves us a reference angle of 30 degrees, meaning our opposite side is 1/2, our adjacent side is negative square root of 3 over 2. Go through our work and we get negative square root of 3 over 3, and there's our answer. Now, this is in, make sure we're realizing that's in quadrant 2. In quadrant 2, because it's negative. Yeah, I suppose it could also be in quadrant, I suppose it could also be in quadrant 4, but quadrant 2 here, negative, where alpha is, or reference angle rather, maybe I shouldn't use alpha again, but a reference angle there would be at 30 degrees. All right, hope that helps.